Today on Ballistic Barbecue, I'm going to be cooking up some pork shoulder steaks. We're going to marinate them in a Jamaican Jerk marinade. Then we're going to do a nice forward sear on the LSG El Patron. Let's get going. So yesterday I was at Aldi's doing a little shopping and I saw some pork shoulder steaks. It was a pack of 3 steaks. And the price was around $11, and I thought, that is a killer deal. I'm gonna do a video on this because 11 bucks serving 3 people. At least here in California, that's a very hard price to beat. So we're gonna kick this off with a Jamaican Jerk marinade. To the blender, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of ground allspice, 2/3 cup packed brown sugar, 1 teaspoon minced ginger, 8 cloves of garlic, 1 fairly large habanero pepper, and of course you could add 2, 3 if you wanted it really spicy. 1 tablespoon dried thyme. This is 1 bunch of chopped green onions, about a cup. I have here 1 teaspoon cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon nutmeg, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon black pepper, 2 tablespoons soy sauce. So I'm going to blend this, and this is going to create what is called a jerk paste. All right, so this is now a jerk paste. And if I were doing, like, say, a jerk chicken, what I'd be doing is rubbing this all over the chicken and then grilling it, letting it kind of marinate with that paste on it for a couple hours, and then it would hit the grill. But what I'm going to do is be turning this into a marinade. So I'm going to be using about 6 ounces of this beer. This is Red Stripe, a Jamaican beer. Any lager would do. I'm not measuring this, I'm just guesstimating here. Again, 6 ounces. That's about right. Then 1/2 cup of pineapple juice. I'm going to blend this up. All right, let me grab those steaks and we'll get them in a marinade. And here are those steaks. The biggest one of these steaks is right around a pound, and the other 2 around 14 ounces. Kind of wish they were all a little bit more consistent in the weight, but it is what it is. Still a really good deal. Yeah, this is the big one. This was, like I said, this is about a pound. So I love using, these are the 2.5 gallon bags, and I pretty much use these exclusively for, marinating meats. Just so you can put a lot in here. It smells really good. Want to make sure we get all those sides of the steaks coated. So what I'm going to do now is put this in the fridge, and we're going to marinate this for about 2 hours. I think 2 to 4 hours for this cut of meat would be perfect. Chicken, I'll go overnight with chicken. But anyway, in about 2 hours, I'll see you at the El Patron. Okay, the El Patron's all fired up, ready to go, and I have it set up for direct grilling. In Jamaica, when they're cooking their jerk chicken, jerk pork, they're cooking it over what they call pimento wood. And basically a pimento tree is the same tree that produces allspice berries for allspice. So there are a couple options if you want to use pimento. You can buy it online, and I've purchased it before. I still have some somewhere. I just didn't want to, I know it's in my shed down below there. I just didn't want to go digging through it because it's been raining a lot today. Anyway, a hack that I kind of came up with some years ago is I just use whole allspice berries. So I have here probably, I don't know, a 1/2 cup or so of allspice. And again, this is, if you buy ground allspice, this is what it looks like before it's ground. But I throw it directly onto the coals, and it'll generate a decent amount of kind of very, very fragrant smoke. So I'm just going to lower the grate all the way down to the bottom. Pour that on there. Let's grill. So I just pulled those steaks out of the marinade a little while ago, drained them off pretty decently, but I didn't pat them dry or anything like that. This is the thick one here. That's over a pound of meat. So USDA says, you know, you can serve this type of pork at like 145 minimum. Personally, I like to go like 150, 155 when it comes to pork. I mean, obviously if this was steak, it'd be going medium rare. Nice. Look at that. Now we have a nice sear going on here. What I'm going to do is lower the grate. Close the lid. I'm going to close the dampers down a little bit, including these butterfly dampers on the side. At this point now it's just a forward sear. All right, 10 minutes or so later, it's done. I went ahead and temped these out, and they're all like right around 150, 155. As you can see, they look absolutely delicious. Nice sear on there. All right, I'm just gonna let these sit for about 10 minutes or so, then we'll give them a try. I can already tell you these are gonna taste good. All right, and here it is. Some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful looking meat there. Just gorgeous color, beautiful sear marks. See how we did. It's nice and tender. Looks good. Nice and juicy there. So good. A little bit of sweet. A little bit of heat. Definitely, I mean, I think that those, you know, that allspice, those allspice in the coals, it helps. Because it even, the smoke, you can smell the difference on the smoke, and I can taste it. The smokiness just tastes a little different than normal, you know, sear. And I think, you know, doing a forward sear on this, or, you know, a reverse sear, helps with the smoky flavor too, because, you know, it got to loiter in the smoke at that lower temperature before it was, you know, done. This is really good. And I think for a steak, you know, a pork steak, I like doing, you know, either a forward sear or a reverse sear more, because you're less prone to, you know, drying out the meat. This is really good. So good. But wow, and I dodged a bullet. Last night and this morning when I woke up, it was pouring out here. And we did have, you know, off and on rains during this cook, but it didn't screw my video up. Wind's been pretty bad, but again, doable. Love the El Patron. I cannot tell you how much I love this cooker. It just pretty much does everything, and I like that. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel or haven't subscribed, please consider just hitting that sub button, ringing a notification bell. Thumb it up if you like it. Hope you did. I hope you try this. Again, the same recipe that I used for the marinade, you can do it on chicken. I mean, it's so good on chicken. You can do it on fish. You know, I'd want it to be more like a hearty fish. Never done it on beef, but I'll bet you it would be good on beef. I mean, it's Again, it's got just that perfect balance of heat and sweet. Anyway, keep the suggestions coming in, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.